Ade, Dewey Dembella. Give me the power, I beg of you. Levez Mercier de Bois Shiloh, s'accuse inter me poide mort, mortis me le deve corde me voce, adele porte boisse dembella, adele porte boisse dembella, adele porte boisse dembella. Give me the power, I beg of you! Woo! Hello, everyone in the multiverse and beyond. This is your friend forever, Evan Lefavor, and welcome to my new video all about the Child's Play remake. That's right. You may have seen a couple months ago, I made a new video all about the Child's Play remake, but I made this video just as the remake was announced. And at that point, there was no cast yet. There was no official synopsis for the film released. We knew nothing about this film at that point, and you can check out my original video about this film below. But I promised everyone that I would come and make a new update video as soon as we knew some more about the remake of Child's Play. Now, I have to tell you that, you know, when you remake a film, you have to walk a tight line between keeping elements from the original film and then innovating on the original film, right? I mean, if you can't add something to the film, why even remake it in the first place, right? But before making a remake, the first thing you have to do is you have to correctly define what the original movie is all about. And this is the most important step in making a successful remake, is you must define clearly and accurately what the original film is. Because if you do not define the original film correctly, then your remake will not be a success. It will be shunned by the horror community, okay? And what examples of this can I give you? For instance, if you define the Texas Chainsaw Massacre as being a movie about a guy with a chainsaw killing people, if that's how you define Texas Chainsaw Massacre and then you try to remake it, you end up with the Texas Chainsaw remake that we got, where there wasn't even cannibalism in the movie. All right? Because the correct definition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a cannibalistic family systematically slaughters a group of people to use their meat for food. All right? I cannot believe they remade Texas Chainsaw Massacre and they didn't put the part about cannibalism in it at all. It's like that's the whole point about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is that they're cannibals. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not just about Leatherface. It's about the whole family, and the whole family are a bunch of cannibals. But instead they remake it and they say, oh, Leatherface is just some crazy guy who kills people and wears their faces because he's got a skin condition or some shit. Well, fuck that. That remake sucked because they failed to correctly define what the original film was. So they ended up with garbage. All right? And then, what else is there? What fucking else is there? The Nightmare on Elm Street remake, where they throw in all these fucking shots from the original movie, but they're worse than they were in the original movie. The scene of the glove coming up in the bathtub, the scene of Freddy coming out of the wall, it all looked like shit. The scene with the girl dying on the ceiling, it all looked like shit compared to the original, okay? And then they changed all these other elements, all right? They drastically changed the film, and they even made Freddy Krueger a fucking pedophile, okay? What the fuck? I don't care who you are. Anybody who says that Freddy Krueger is a pedophile does not know their fucking Nightmare on Elm Street movies, okay? Because it was never even implied that Freddy had anything to do with anything pedophilic, okay? He murdered children. He murdered them. It was never a sexual thing. It was never a pedophile thing. Then they go and make fucking Freddy a pedophile. It's like, what the fuck? What the flying fuck? So, how could they possibly fuck up a Child's Play remake, y'all? Well, there's many ways they can fuck up a Child's Play remake. Now, when this was first announced, I said, I am going to give this movie a chance, and I'm going to still give this movie a chance. And right now, I'm making this video in November. And it is the 30th anniversary on November 9th of 2018. It is 30 years since the original Child's Play released. And the original Child's Play is probably my favorite movie of all time. All right? Everything about the fucking film. Tom Holland's direction and his script. The fact that Tom Holland created this character known as Chucky and Charles Lee Ray. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of so-called Child's Play fans are Don Mancini sycophants, all right? And they bow down and worship the ground that Don Mancini walks on, and they give him sole credit for creating the Chucky character, okay? But what people don't realize is Don Mancini did not create the Chucky character. Don Mancini's script, Blood Buddies, was called Blood Buddies, and when it was greenlit by MGM, they let Tom Holland, the director, rewrite the script. And in the original Don Mancini script, there was no Chucky character. The doll's name was not Chucky. There was no serial killer Charles Lee Ray. There was none of that shit, okay? It was about Andy mixes his blood with the doll, and then the doll is supposedly killing everyone, and then in the end you find out that it was Andy the whole time or some shit. Is his fucking dark side, whatever. The point is, Don Mancini's original script was shit, okay? And the only thing that gave birth to Chucky was Tom Holland, the guy who fucking created the character, okay? Tom fucking Holland created the character of Chucky, okay? He created the character of Charles Lee Ray. He created the whole plot about voodoo and putting the soul in a doll and all that shit, y'all. That's Tom Holland, okay? So Tom Holland is the creator of Chucky, all right? And so, yeah, sure, Don Mancini, He did a great job with Child's Play 2 and 3 and Bride of Chucky. And hell, I even like Seed of Chucky, as controversial as an opinion as that is. I think as its own movie for what it is fucking pretty fucking cool. And, you know, Curse of Chucky was alright, and Cult of Chucky, great fucking movie. I liked Cult of Chucky, okay? And the beautiful thing is, like I said in my original impressions of this film, Chucky by Don Mancini is going to continue with Universal Studios and the Child's Play TV series, y'all. So just because a remake is happening does not mean that the old Chucky that we know and love is going to go away. All right? But make no mistakes, Tom Holland created Chucky. And quite frankly, I am so glad to finally see another creative group in control of Child's Play and Chucky instead of Don Mancini for a change, okay? I feel like, you know, Don Mancini, I know Chucky is his bread and fucking butter. You know, somehow he's been able to convince everyone that he created Chucky, even when it was Tom Holland that did it. All right? And, you know, I used to think Don Mancini was a cool guy until he blocked me on Facebook. I wrote him and I said, "Hey man, I really love your work, blah 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 blah." And as a joke, I said, "Hey, wouldn't it be funny? You know how they made a movie called Jason Goes to Hell? I said, wouldn't it be funny if they made a movie called Chucky Goes to Heaven, where Chucky goes to heaven to kill Jesus?" Like, and so he blocked me. Like someone who I used to be his biggest fan on the planet. You know what I mean? But then he dissed me, so I was like, well, fuck it then, dude. Whatever, dude. Why diss your fans, man? That's not cool. So, you know, I used to think Don Mancini's cool, but then he dissed me, so it's like, whatever, dude. You know? It's time for Don Mancini to share his fucking toys, man. He's like the kid at the school playground who's got the Chucky doll, and he's like, it's mine. No, I get to move it around. Nobody else gets to play with the toy but me. I'm Don Mancini. Don't you know, without me, it wouldn't have this. It's my toy. I'm telling you, it's mine. He doesn't let anybody else make any Chucky movies because it's Don Mancini's doll. Don't touch. It's like, fuck you, Don Mancini. Let someone else make a fucking Chucky movie. Even if it turns out to be shit, at least it'll turn out to be something. You know what I mean? At least Child's Play the remake's coming to theaters, y'all. So I have been open-minded about this remake because I love the original Child's Play. It's one of the greatest movies of all time. I love all the Chucky movies, but the original is just a landmark fucking film in so many different ways. And so I wanted to keep an open mind, and I said I'm going to wait until I see the film to pass final judgments on the remake. I'm going to wait and see, y'all. But now we have more details about this film have been released, y'all. Now we know who's in the movie. The cast has been released. And we've got plot details, and we've got leaked pictures that we're going to look at right here tonight in this video. But how could they fuck it up, y'all? How could they fuck it up? Well, you know, I said in my original video that maybe it would be cool if they didn't even have the Chucky character in the movie, right? It was just some other kind of robot doll type thing, and, you know, they did their own spin on the original Child's Play. You know, I said maybe they won't even have Chucky as a character. But now I'm starting to look at this, and I'm like, wait a minute. Can a Child's Play movie work without Chucky? Without Charles Lee Ray? Because there's no Chucky without Charles Lee Ray, y'all. And now the cast has been released and the movie's in production as I'm making this video. The movie is in full swing. And as far as I know and as far as everyone knows, there is no Charles Lee Ray in this movie. Okay? And that is troubling to me. Okay, it's interesting. It's interesting because it's like, okay, you're trying to make a Chucky movie, a Child's Play movie, but remove the supernatural elements from the movie. But you don't understand that what made Child's Play so scary were the supernatural elements. What makes Chucky scary in that first movie is the fact that he is a child's plaything that is possessed by an evil serial killer that is trying to take over the soul and the body of a young kid. So he's going to essentially, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, jump into this little kid's body. It's a supernatural story, that threat, that supernatural threat, that a fate worse than death could be being possessed yourself by Charles Lee Ray. Okay? So it's like, it's okay, it's an interesting concept to say, well, can we make a Child's Play without the supernatural elements? What I'm saying is, would we want a Child's Play without the supernatural elements? Okay? Can we have a Child's Play without Chucky? Now, from what we've gathered, new information has been released about this film, y'all. And we do not know if the doll is going to be called Chucky in this movie. There is no confirmation at this point in time that the doll's name is Chucky in this Child's Play remake. But what do we know? What do we know? We know that the first images of the new doll have been released. And here they are, y'all. Look at that. There he is. The new fucking evil doll of Child's Play. Is it Chucky or is it not? It looks pretty fucking similar to Chucky, y'all. I mean, look, he's got the overalls, he's got the striped shirt. Not the same colors, but they're similar. Similar hair tone, you know, it's kind of a little more brown instead of redhead. And then, of course, the eyebrows, but the doll itself looks a little bit more like Pinocchio and a little bit less like a doll. It looks, you know, look, I don't hate it. I don't hate this look. You know, you zoom in on this, you think, you know, that could be Chucky's eye. He's got the freckles. You know, it's different. It's different, obviously, like you see here. But look, nothing can top Kevin Yeager's work on the original Child's Play movies. Kevin Yeager did the effects of Chucky in Child's Play 1, 2, 3, and Bride of Chucky. And the reason those four are the best Chucky movies is because of Kevin Yeager. Because when he made Chucky scary. All right? And Chucky was scary before he even moved because the good guy doll itself was creepy as fuck. Because dolls are supposed to be creepy. They're supposed to have a creepy, eerie quality. And Kevin Yeager captured that perfectly in this original design, as you can see. But now we have this. And it's like, it's too cute for me. This looks like a cartoon character. All right? But, I mean, the original Chucky was scary looking because he was possessed by a fucking serial killer, y'all. Look at him. And this new Chucky is not possessed by a serial killer. He is just an artificial intelligent doll, a robot that goes haywire, starts killing people. How is that child's play? It sounds to me like they defined child's play as a doll goes around killing people. Like, that's how they defined child's play before they remade it, okay? And I'm not shitting on the remake. Do not get me wrong. I am hoping this movie is going to be amazing. I have high hopes for Child's Play, the remake, y'all. I do. But there's no way you can't compare it to the original. Of course I'm going to compare it to the original. And this is just a first impression of this new Chucky. But it looks like, it looks like Chucky, but is it Chucky? Chucky, one of the things that draws people to Chucky the most is his personality. But without Charles Lee Ray, without that character, how are we going to have the wisecracking evil Chucky? How is an AI going to be able to tap into that? How is an AI ever going to be more scary than a fucking serial killer possessing a doll? A fucking killer doll possessed by a serial killer is way scarier than a fucking artificial intelligent plaything that goes haywire. Okay? Because the supernatural serial killer Charles Lee Ray, who supernaturally, demonically possesses a fucking doll and kills people through that doll, that's fucking scary, y'all. That's horrific. That's terrifying, and it's way more scary and it's way more evil. It personifies evil. But this whole the AI is going to kill us angle has been explored since 2001 Space Odyssey. We've seen it before, y'all. It's not that scary. Sure, we have to modernize the Child's Play remake because it doesn't take place in the 80s. So it's got to be reflective of our culture. And artificial intelligence is now a big part of our culture. And so I understand why they want to make a commentary on that, but it's just not as scary to me. But I'm not giving up hope. This could still be a really terrifying movie if done correctly. And I am going to wait till I see the trailer and until I see the entire movie in and of itself to pass judgment on this film. So please do not think I am bashing this remake at all. I'm just giving the facts here. I'm just doing a comparison. All right? Because this doll on the right is way more evil looking than this cute little doll on the left. This new Chucky, or the new whatever they call him. He's too cute, and that's why Seed of Chucky and Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky were not as good as the first four movies, because when Tony Gardner took over making the Chucky dolls from Kevin Yeager, he made Chucky cute. Seed of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, all those movies, Chucky looks fucking cute. All right, he's like a cute little doll, a cute, lovable little doll. He no longer looks creepy. When Kevin Yeager made Chucky, he made him scary. He made him fucking creepy, okay? So I'm worried. I'm worried about, this is my first sign of worry now, is that Charles Lee Ray is not even in this movie. Can they pull it off, y'all? Can they fucking pull it off? We will see, y'all. See, look at how terrifying that original Chucky was. Look at how fucking terrifying. That is the stuff of nightmares. That is the personification of nightmares and evil. And this, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not talking shit about the remake. I want the remake to be good. As a Child's Play fan and as a Chucky fan, I want this remake to be good. And I want it to be a box office success so that Universal and MGM can wake up to the reality that there's vitality in this franchise and this character. And I hope we will continue to see more Child's Play movies from MGM. And I hope we will continue to see more Chucky movies from Universal, as well as the TV series from Universal. Okay? But they got their work cut out for them to make this as evil as that. To make this as scary as that. Okay? That they got their fucking work cut out for them. Because Chucky, you couldn't kill him no matter what. Because he's a fucking ghost. He's a fucking demonically possessed fucking serial killer. Do you understand that an AI toy can just be submerged in water, perhaps, and fucking killed just by throwing him in a bathtub full of water or a swimming pool? Maybe he's waterproof, huh? Who knows? Who fucking knows? Hopefully they made him waterproof. Because Chucky used to be scary because he's supernatural. All right, so I'm not saying the new movie's not going to be scary. It's got the potential to be fucking scary. And I'm glad about the cast. The cast is great. We've got Aubrey Plaza, and she's a really cool woman, and I think her being a part of the franchise is a good omen. All right. You know, I think it's a good thing that she's part of this epic franchise. And so we'll see. She plays the mother. This gentleman here is playing, we think, the detective in this movie. But we'll see. What role, if Mike Norris, the detective, is in this movie, he has no, if there's no Charles Lee Ray, his entire arc as a character is absent from this film. So we'll see what they do with the detective character. All right. But he could also be playing a teacher, because in case you didn't know, Child's Play the remake is not just about Andy, the little kid, getting a doll. It's about a whole group of kids, all right? That's right. The Child's Play remake, the people in charge of the Child's Play remake are some of the people that brought us the It theatrical film. It, all right? What people call the remake of It, but It, the first movie of It. All right, the other thing was just a TV miniseries with Tim Curry, but the new It movie, they're making Child's Play. And their brilliant idea is, let's mix Stranger Things, because Stranger Things is so hot and so popular right now. Let's mix that with Chucky, and we'll remake Child's Play, but we'll insert all this Stranger Things type shit and make it about a group of kids now. All right? So we've actually got some footage here of Child's Play remake. This is on the set, y'all. On the set of the Child's Play remake. They're about to surprise the kids. This guy's going to jump out and surprise the kids. And they're going to try to get their shocked reactions. So here we go. And action. Here goes. Look at those kids. There's Andy. There's the kid playing Andy. Look at that kid. He looks like he's fucking 13, 14. Look at these kids, how old they are. So, it's a ragtag group of kids, y'all. And Andy's not 6 years old in this movie. Look at him. He's at least 11 years old, y'all. So this is not some naive little kid that is involved in this movie. This is a group of like 11 to 13-year-olds here, y'all. Okay? Do you understand it? Do you fucking understand it?
Here we go, everybody. Ready, guys? And let's roll down, please.
I mean, look at this.
Rolling, big.
Okay, here it goes.
Set. Okay, focus, everyone. Breathe. And action.
So these kids, look at them. Look at how old those kids are.
I didn't have a reaction.
Yeah.
Right before my close-up?
Yeah.
And belt, please.
So it's going to be a ragtag group of kids, and they're fighting off this killer AI doll, and so they're trying new things, okay? We've never really seen Chucky go up against a group of kids before. We've never seen that in the Child's Play movies. He usually isolates one kid and goes after him. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that fucking turns out, y'all. We'll see how much of the original film they're incorporating. But it seems to me like MGM... You see, the script that Tom Holland wrote with Charles Lee Ray and all this shit, I don't know if MGM really... I don't know what the extent of their rights, their ownership over the rights to that are. But I know they own the rights to remake anything to do with the first film. But I don't know what it has to do with the original script, because it seems as if they are incorporating elements from Don Mancini's original script, y'all. Because look what got leaked. The fucking leaked new box, and they're not called Good Guy anymore. They're called Buddi. Buddi? Like Blood Buddy? That's the original name of the doll in Don Mancini's original script, Blood Buddies. Look at this guy. He's shocked. Look at, I'm your best buddy. They got a new slogan, and it looks just like the old Good Guy, except look at no green. Look at a different sweater. The overalls don't have all the cool accessories on them, like the you know, the saw and the cowboy hat and the cool shit that's all over Chucky's overalls is not on here, y'all. So it's just, but he's got the red hair. He's got the red hair, and he's got dark eyebrows, y'all. Buddi! So I will be okay with this movie if they don't call the character Chucky, if they just call him Buddi. That will make me embrace the remake more. If they don't have the character of Chucky in it, it will make me embrace this remake more. Because if they try to fucking call this doll Chucky, but there's no Charles Lee Ray, and it's gonna make it harder for me to embrace this movie unless they do it right. So they better fucking do it right, man. He wants you for a best friend, Buddi. Wow, it looks like he connects to the network via Wi-Fi or something. So he must communicate with his AI through the Wi-Fi, right? Oh, will that be the new moment? The mom will be like, oh, Buddi only works through Wi-Fi. And then she'll be like, oh, the Wi-Fi wasn't turned on this whole time. We'll see. We'll see if they recreate that epic scene where the batteries are still in the box. One of the scariest scenes of horror movie history. We'll see if they attempt. Look at this. What the fuck is this shit? Look at him. What the hell? Ooh, Lesbos. Oh, that's a Chucky reference. Look at that. Is that really the doll? What the hell is that? Wait a minute. The hell? The hell is that? Oh my god. Well, the doll does look kind of creepy. It does have a creepy look to it. But I don't know. We'll see, y'all. I want to see this doll moving. I'm going to give this movie a chance, y'all. Everybody's hating on the remake. I say, don't hate on this movie yet, y'all. I can see that being creepy, y'all. Everybody, I mean, you're so used to what Chucky usually looks like. It's like, give this shit a chance. Look at him. Fucking look at him, y'all. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, y'all. This could turn out to be kind of creepy, especially if he has a really articulate face and he can make all kinds of expressions and shit. But see, we still don't know if they're doing practical effects in this movie, y'all. Because outside of this image here, we have not seen any other practical shots of the doll. We have not seen many of this doll, any images of this doll, other than this. So it's like, is it going to be practical effects? Or are they going to do it 100% computer generated this time, y'all? We haven't heard if it's going to be animatronics or CG. We haven't heard anything about how they are bringing this doll to life. We don't know. But hopefully it's going to be good. And this is Buddi 2. This is not Buddi 1. This is the new and improved Buddi. So in Don Mancini's original script, Blood Buddy, the doll's name was Buddi, and the mother worked for the company that produced the doll. And I think they're going back to that original script here, y'all. I think their name is, I don't know if they're going to be the Barkley family anymore. All I know is I think the mom is going to work for the people that make the doll, y'all. What else? He wants you for a best friend. Oh, I wish I could read this shit, what it says over here. It's like, damn. If anybody can read that shit, let me know. Let me know if you can read what's in this image. It says 100% new. Okay, 100% new something. 100% new. I don't know, but we can see on the side of the box, it looks like he's doing the Dambala chant on the side of the fucking box, y'all. What is Chucky doing? Or is he even Chucky? Is he even Chucky? There he is again. So it's like the good guy box. They're making it aesthetically similar to Child's Play, the original. They're using the yellow box. They got the cartoon guy on the back, just like the good guy. Come on. At first glance, as a Chucky fan, you see this shit and you're like, this looks like a fucking cheap dollar store knockoff of Child's Play, y'all. Like, but you know, I'm going to give it a shot. Can they make this as creepy as the original? Can they make it even more creepy than the original? In my opinion, without Charles Lee Ray, it's never going to be as scary as the original. But we'll see. We'll see what they come up with, y'all. And, you know, Buddy here. Look at him. Imagine that thing fucking looking at you, talking to you and shit. That's pretty creepy. That's creepy, you know? I'm not gonna hate on this movie. I want to see this doll in action. I want to see it moving. I want to see it talking. Hopefully they will hopefully show Chucky or show the doll in the trailer to some degree. If they make us wait to see the doll till we get into the theater, it would be a smart marketing move on their part. But damn, that's gonna suck, having to wait till we actually buy the ticket to see what this doll's gonna look like. But whatever, I'm gonna see it anyway, so we'll see. Hopefully they'll put the doll front and center in the trailer. And that's probably I'm not gonna make another video about the Child's Play remake until I do the live trailer reaction. When they release the first teaser or trailer, I will be there live watching it with all of you. So make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Chucky stuff. So yeah, so it's like, and now a lot of people, there's been pictures of the cast released, and they've been leaked out, and these are just the cast goofing around. These are not scenes from the movie. This is not from the set of the movie. This is the kid who plays the new Andy, and he's obviously older than 6 years old, and he's dressed as Chucky with the scars on his face. So I think it's this kid's birthday, and they got him a Chucky piñata to bust open for his birthday. And this is what the doll looks like, y'all. Look at it, it says Buddi 2 on his shit. On his overalls, it says Buddi 2. He's got his hair slicked back. He's got these brown boots. These brown, like, tennis shoes. And, yeah. So, yeah. This must have been a cast party for one of their birthday parties or something. And so this is kind of like what the doll's gonna look like, y'all, right there. He's got dark eyebrows. It's Chucky with dark eyebrows. There he is again. The little Chuckster. Maybe they're gonna call him Chucky. Maybe they're gonna call him Buddi. I hope to Christ they call him Buddi, y'all. Please. Call him Buddi. And then we could have a Buddi versus Chucky movie someday, y'all. Why make Buddi? You can make Buddi a whole new fucking property. Don't use the Chucky name, but there's no way MGM is not going to use the Chucky name. They're going to call this fucker Chucky. I just know it. I would prefer him to call him Buddi, because without Charles Lee Ray, there is no Chucky. I'm sorry. But whatever. There he is, a close-up on him. Good old Chuckster. The Chuckarino, he's got red eyes and everything. But yeah. Let's see here, y'all. There's one of the cast members kissing Chucky. Kodak moment. Kissing the new doll. But yeah, these new kids in the movie, they're fucking old. And there's Aubrey Plaza with the kid playing Andy backstage during the cast party. Hashtag Child's Play movie, y'all. Wow. Wow. Wow, y'all. What the fuck, Chuck? Child's Play, it's getting remade. What do I think, y'all? I'm still giving this movie a shot. All right, I am one of the biggest Chucky fans on the planet. But I am also one of the biggest Child's Play fans on the planet. Fans of the original Child's Play, y'all. And so I remember what it was like to be alive when Chucky wasn't a big character. When Child's Play was the phenomenon before Chucky ever was. All right, Chucky was a big part of why Child's Play was a phenomenon, but it was never, at that point, it wasn't about Chucky. It was about Child's Play, because Chucky wasn't established as this horror icon yet. You know, I mean, the first movie did establish him as a horror icon, don't get me wrong. But he wasn't a household name yet, but Child's Play was. And I remember how scary it was not to know anything about this movie and go and look in the video store and see fucking and see Chucky. All right? To see Chucky looking back at me, y'all. Where is that image? Where is that Gildarn image? Okay? Do you know how scary it was to be a kid? There's no Child's Play 2, no Child's Play 3, no Bride of Chucky. You're walking through the video aisle and you see this staring back at you. It says Child's Play. When you didn't know what happens in this movie, this was the scariest shit. Your imagination, just imagining what this Child's Play movie is going to be about, was enough to scare you for weeks, give you nightmares for a long ass time. So I'm excited to see them recapture that. If they can recapture that with this, if they can recapture that feeling of not knowing what's going to be in this movie, all you know is it's a killer doll. That's all you know. If they can take that and defy expectations in a unique way that gives us a scary killer doll movie that is in the same spirit of the original, even if they remove the supernatural elements, even if they remove the character of Charles Lee Ray, if they can deliver to us a scary ass killer doll movie that has the DNA of the original Child's Play woven throughout it, then this could be good, y'all. We could be singing the praises of Buddi soon enough, y'all. Because the Chucky fan community will embrace this movie if it is good. I sincerely hope they do. I hope if you are a Chucky fan, you got to go see this movie opening day. All right? Just because Don Mancini is not making this movie does not mean that you shouldn't go see it. Because if you make this movie a success, it means that Don Mancini is going to get more funding from Universal to make new Chucky movies and new Child's Play TV series with the original Chucky that we know and love, with Brad Dourif, with the original cast of the original films. Those projects can only benefit from the success of this project. Okay? If Child's Play the remake becomes a success, we could see Universal Studios Chucky back in theaters instead of just being relegated to direct to Blu-ray releases, y'all. So I hope they call the doll Buddi and they don't call him Chucky, they just call him Buddi. I hope that's the case, because then we could get a Buddi versus Chucky movie in the future where Chucky fights the remake, where we get to see the two killer dolls fight it out for killer doll supremacy, y'all. So make up your own mind, make up your own opinion about this movie. But I say do not pass final judgment until you see the film yourself. Okay? They're taking different directions with this movie. They're incorporating artificial intelligence. They're incorporating elements from Stranger Things in it with this ragtag group of young kids who are now part of this movie. So it's a lot of different elements coming together. And if the chemistry is right between those elements, I sincerely do believe that the Child's Play remake can be a successful remake. Will it top the original? Will it ever top the original? I don't know. Okay, the original Child's Play is my favorite movie ever. I don't think I'm going to say that this is going to top it, but until I see the movie, the potential is always there. I have no idea what they have cooked up, y'all. We'll see. All right, I have a few ideas here and there of what they could be doing with this movie. Well, let's hope that they find a way to make this doll evil, to make this doll scary, and perhaps even make this doll, give him some personality, because if he doesn't have the personality, then a lot of it falls flat. All right? So we'll see. Does this movie have Charles Lee Ray in it? If it doesn't, can that work? I mean, I think you'd be crazy to make a... If they could use any character from the original movie, and the only character they choose not to use is Charles Lee Ray, then they have made a big fucking mistake. And if I was making this movie, Charles Lee Ray would be in it. The doll would be possessed by the serial killer. It would be an AI robot doll, just like this movie, except that it would still be possessed by Charles Lee Ray. And I would have cast Andy Serkis as Charles Lee Ray, y'all. Could you imagine Andy Serkis, the voice of Gollum and Caesar from Planet of the Apes? Him playing Chucky, y'all. Charles Lee Ray and Chucky. Holy shit, y'all. That would be epic. That would have been epic. But unfortunately, it looks like this movie might not have Charles Lee Ray, y'all. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this Child's Play remake. Are you excited? Does this look cool to you? Does Buddi look as cool as Good Guys? Do you want the character to be called Chucky, or do you want the character to be called Buddi? What would you prefer? And would you